Stan Merrill, and I'll be teaching a class called Cultivating Mental Discipline, Mindfulness and Insight. And it'll be taught at the Houston Jung Center on 4 Tuesdays from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. It starts out on June 28th. We skip July 5th, and it'll be July 12th, 19th, and 26th. The class is based on the Satipatthana Sutta, which is the foundation of the Theravada tradition of Buddhism. And in the Theravada tradition, the meditation they use is called insight meditation or vipassana. And this is a Buddha's meditation manual. This Satipatthana is also known as the four Satipatthana, the four foundations of mindfulness. And it is about looking closely at essentially all aspects of our experience. The four foundations are the body, the feelings, the mind, and the dhammas, or mind processes, such as hindrances, factors of enlightenment, and the Four Noble Truths. And this is all about gaining insight about what we were experiencing, watching our mind closely, and seeing what our mind is doing. The sutta starts out with a very forceful statement. Monks, this is the direct path for the purification of beings, for the surmounting of sorrow and lamentation, for the disappearance of dukkha and discontent, for acquiring the true method for the realization of nirvana, namely the four satipatthanas. First of all, I want to point out the direct path. Buddha is saying this is the quickest way he knows of getting to that state of realization of nibbana, but it's not the only way that it could be done. But this is a bold statement. On the other hand, it asks a lot of you. It takes a lot of time, effort, and meditation time to achieve this. The problem that we're facing in life is that there are difficulties, difficult situations, and difficult conditions. Sometimes it's difficult people, personal loss, financial loss, professional loss, health issues. When things go wrong, the problem is our reactivity magnifies the problem and makes it worse. And a lot of our suffering is of our own making. And the suffering of our own making is referred to as the second arrow. When things go wrong, it generates thoughts. Woe is me, those idiots, why now? They should have, I should have, my life is over. It's not fair. And often life isn't fair. These statements are true, but they're not very helpful. And what's worse about them, they start generating emotions, anger, hatred, anxiety, fear. And when you're in the grip of these emotions, you're not likely to make good decisions. But what is more likely to happen is there will be some reactivity. And our reaction can be described almost this way: ready, fire, aim. We don't really clearly think about what we're doing. We do out of emotional response, and it doesn't serve us well. And often leads to things that we regret. The way to stop it is with a disciplined mind. And the Buddha said, more than those who hate you, more than all your enemies, an undisciplined mind does greater harm. More than your mother, more than your father, more than all your family, a well-disciplined mind does greater good. What's discipline that we're trying to cultivate? The first step is self-awareness. When we're meditating, we're being aware of where our mind is, what it's wandering on, what it's thinking. This is the first step. We have to be aware of what's happening if we want to change it. We need to be an objective observer, step back from ourselves and seeing, is our response constructive or destructive, and evaluate them. Once we are aware, we can be an objective observer. We have a chance of self-control, of self-regulation, and increases a chance that we'll do the right things. And in the sutta, the Buddha describes exactly what we need to do, where and how we need to put our focus. And I'll read the quote from the Satipatthana Sutta. Here, monks, in regard to the body, a monk abides contemplating the body, diligent, clearly knowing and mindful, free from desires and discontent in regard to the world. We are not lost in thought. We're not lost in emotion. We are abiding in a contemplating, watching the present moment experiences in the body. And we are doing it diligently. We really care about it. We want to keep our focus on the body, clearly knowing what's going on within our body, being mindful of what's happening, controlling the mind, focusing the mind on present moment experience. When we can do all of this, we will notice that we can be free from desires and discontent. We are strictly in the present moment. The body is one of the four foundations. Feelings, whether it's pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, is another area where we need to have this diligent focus, concentration, and contemplate. Also for the mind and for the Dhammas. My personal experience is as I have increased my meditation time, I've become more mental disciplined. I've decreased ruminating thoughts. I'm more able to really focus on others when I'm with them through the mental discipline I've been cultivating. I can put my personal problems in perspective. There are problems, but it's not the end of the world, and I don't have to react as if they were, which leads to a sense of being more comfortable in my own skin, a sense of well-being, and I'm more calm and relaxed. I'm not enlightened, but I have a better understanding of what it is and what it takes to get there. And it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort. But this practice can help you reach the point where you increase your present moment awareness. If you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. If you're at peace, you're living in the present. The class will be a combination of lecture, meditation, and discussion. And hopefully by attending the class, you'll gain a greater understanding of what causes our reactivity, learn techniques to increase our sense of well-being and decrease our reactivity, a better understanding of our own behavior patterns, and increased appreciation of the meditation practices. So I'd like to invite you to attend the class Cultivating Mental Discipline, Mindfulness and Insight at the Houston Jung Center 4 Tuesdays from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., June 28th, skipping July 5th, and then July 12th, 19th, and 26th. Thanks for your attention, and I hope you can attend. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.